Good evening, all. Dear participants, we'll be starting our session shortly. Good evening, one and all. We welcome you to the International Webinar Series on Holistic Health, Well-being and Sustainable Development 2022 on occasion of World Social Work Month, World Health Month, World Press Freedom Month, World Environment Month 2022, commemorating Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav, nation celebrating 75 years of independence, in collaboration with Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute and Center for Arts, Sciences and Wellbeing. We welcome you once again to the International Webinar Series. Before we start our session, let's take the blessings of Almighty.
कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तुते शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शुभं कुरुत्वं कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः.
The blessings of Almighty. We shall continue to today's session. Today we have with us Pulvatani Adleki, CEO, Founder, Olive Community Development Initiatives, OCDI, Acting General Secretary, Nigeria Association of Social Workers, and also Vice President, Africa Region, International Federation of Social Workers. We welcome you, ma'am, to the International Webinar Series. OCDI is a non-governmental organization that provides social services to women, girls, and youth in Kwara State, Nigeria. And she has over 15 years of experience in the social development sector while volunteering and working in different local and international organizations. She has a master's degree in social work and currently running a PhD program in social work with the Robert Jordan University, Aberdeen. And she is also acting General Secretary of Nigeria Association of Social Workers and newly elected as Vice President, Africa Region of International Federation of Social Workers. So we congratulate you, ma'am, and once again welcome you for your session on role of social workers in maintaining well-being and mental health, a case study of survivors of violence against women in Nigeria. You can unmute yourself, ma'am. You can start your video.
Thank you. Hello. Thank you, everyone. I'm glad to be here today.
Thank you for joining, ma'am.
Can I start my presentation?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Role of social workers in maintaining mental well-being. A case study of survivors of violence against women in Kwara State in Nigeria. The roles and responsibilities of a social worker are enormous, and part of it are: one, advocacy. Social workers advocate on different issues. They join other organizations to advocate on behalf of their clients on cases such as violence against women and girls, on cases of child protection. And social workers are involved in human rights advocacy, both at local and international level. Secondly, case management. Social workers assist clients to access services. Case management is important for complex situations. For example, on the issue of gender-based violence, homelessness, and people with disability. Social workers assist clients to identify services they need, and they make referrals. Education. Social workers teach their clients or people about resources, about human rights, about skills, life building skills, such as how to be assertive, self-esteem, decision making. Another point is facilitation. Social workers gather people for different purposes, e.g. for community mobilization, community development and policy issues. And organization, social workers are involved in research and documentation. Some of them are policy specialists, or some of them work with policy developers. Social workers make referrals to other services in which they cannot provide. For example, legal support. If they cannot provide legal support, if they cannot provide empowerment, economic empowerment, they refer their clients to other services. In all of this, their role in maintaining mental well-being of a client cannot be overemphasized. Mental well-being is more than the absence of illness. It's the state of overall well-being. A social worker is involved in so many activities in ensuring the client maintains his or her mental well-being. Some of them are talking about feelings. Survivors of violence that access the services of social workers come and want to talk about how they feel. They want to express themselves. They've already experienced rejection or stigmatization and discrimination from either their partners or family, and they need somebody to talk to. When they talk to social workers and share their problems, they feel relieved. Social workers make clients to feel accepted. They make them to feel accepted. They don't judge, they are not judgmental. They show empathy. And this makes a client to have to build their self-esteem. Someone that's been dejected before, and when they now find somebody accepting them, loving them, caring for them, their esteem increases. Social workers also help some clients to overcome an habit that the client needs to stop. They sit down together and look at how and what can be done. Social workers help survivors of violence to they integrate them into support group meetings. Support group meeting is a meeting with survivors of violence who have similar experiences. And in this meeting, a lot of activities are done. They do exercise, they do role play, they sing, they use play away method. And with all these methods and all these activities, they feel relieved and forget about their problems. They share with people in the support group, those that had a similar experience and are able to cope with it. And when they learn and share from each other, they feel better. Social workers always listen. They give listening here to clients. They allow clients to say everything in their mind and they listen. Social workers offer follow-up services. They follow up on the clients. If a client is referred for another service, they follow up on the client. They even follow up on the client by calling the client to know how the client is and what is happening, what are the next steps, and what are the improvements and what challenges the client is going through. Social workers finally encourage clients to seek for help. They encourage them to seek for help in all situations. If we look at the next slide, there are two pictures. These are pictures of survivors of violence in a support group meeting. If the first picture is showing where survivors are using, they are drawing, trying to have a self-reflection on themselves, on who they are, who they feel they are. If we look at the second picture, they are doing practical exercise. This stimulates their mental well-being. They feel relaxed when they come for these support group meetings. In conclusion, I missed the slide. Mental well-being. This is more than the I've gone through. Okay, the next slide. In conclusion, the role of social workers is imminent in ensuring mental well-being because the various activities and skills involved in restoring of the survivor. Social workers are endowed with these skills, hence they should be given more support. The acknowledgement, I acknowledge Olive Community Development Initiative in Nigeria, Action Aid Nigeria through Women Voices and Leadership Project, who is the sponsor of that project, Global Affairs Canada, Kwara State Ministry of Women Affairs, who supports Olive Community Development Initiative and the survivors of violence with economic empowerment and other social services. The Kwara State Ministry of Justice offer legal support to survivors who need legal services. Thank you. I wait for your questions.
Thank you for the very short and wonderful presentation. You have very well.
Can I have questions, please?
Yeah. So, can you a little bit elaborate on this organization and various activities carried out?
On the activities carried out.
Yeah, this Olive Community Development.
Okay,
like to know more about.
One of the activities carried out is, thank you. One of the activities is sensitization. We go out on sensitization to women groups, to markets and different communities. And when we sensitize the public on the law, there's a law that has just been enacted called the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act, when the Kwara State has domesticated that law, that means the law operates in Kwara State. We sensitize people about this law, the penalty involved if anyone goes against the law. And when people see that, oh, when they now realize that there is a law, people come to our organization to access services. We have social workers, we have counselors and psychologists who attends to the clients. And when a client comes, they open a file, they take down all their details and information and listen to them. Then together with the clients, they agree on what solution they want. If they want to access legal support, whatever form of support they want, they agree together. And anyone the organization doesn't have, they are referred. For the Women Voices and Legal and Leadership Project, we offer medical support. There are some clients that have injuries. For example, some rape victims, we offer medical support and pay their medical bills. We offer empowerment, lively household economic strengthening. We give some money to augment their businesses. Some of them that have business that they are doing already, but were affected by COVID-19, because the psychosocial support unit actually started as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. So we offer economic support to help them to revive their businesses. We also refer them to legal support. We have some legal firm that we partner with, and we refer our clients for legal support. Some of them do not require legal support. Some of them might just need to go to they need protection services. Maybe they need police support. We also refer them to them. Then they come back for counseling. They come back for sessions periodically. One of the activities we also do is the support group meetings. They come for support group meetings quarterly, where they meet other survivors and they are able to share their problem. And another activity we do is we also advocate to the government. Like the Violence Against Persons Prohibition Act, before it was enacted in Kwara State, Olive Community Development Initiative, in collaboration with other organizations, carried out advocacy visit to the House of Assembly, and eventually this law was enacted. And we also advocate to community leaders, to government stakeholders on different policies, such as women, peace, and security. And I'm happy to inform you that the state has also designed a plan on how to protect women and girls in Kwara State. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing insights about various activities. Can we know how many women have got benefited from this organization? How old is this organization? And as you already mentioned, there are a lot of social workers, psychologists, counselors involved. I mean, how you are able to support and provide services for them?
Okay. The organization started in 2006, and then it was called Agent of Change Development Initiative. But in 2011, it was registered at the federal level, and that enabled us to work in different locations. And so far, since the psychosocial support unit started in 2020, we've had close to 215 clients, 215 women accessing our services. We have 2 counselors, 2 social workers, and we have a psychologist. But we also have social workers who come to volunteer periodically. And we have students of the University of Ilorin, Department of Social Work, who comes to the organization every year for their 3 months internship. They are divided into groups and they work on different projects. Thank you.
It's really nice. You have a very good multidisciplinary team, and a lot of women are getting benefited. You are doing wonderful service. Wish you
Thank
all the
you.
success. And what kind of
Thank you.
challenges you see you face when you are dealing with the women issues?
Okay, thank you. We have a lot of challenges. First, sometimes when the women come, they feel you have the solution to all their problems, all their problems. And apparently some of them just even need mediation between them and their partners. And when mediation occurs, the issue is settled. So, but when it comes to economic empowerment, a lot of these survivors of violence are in this situation because they are not economically empowered. Many of them rely on their partners, on men. Some of them, they do not have any law binding their union. They just got pregnant, maybe teenage pregnancies, and when that occurs, they just cohabit. And when the partner feels that is no longer comfortable, he moves to another woman who has maybe source of livelihood. So at the end of the day, when these women come, we found out that they don't really have something much doing. And we always have to kind of maybe link them up to get a job, to or to access some funds, but we cannot meet the demand. Some of them, some of the partners leave the responsibility of the children to the women alone. And presently, I know some that are not in school. Some of the children of survivors are not in school. And each time we try to look for educational support for them. That is another challenge. Then we also have challenge with the legal services. Initially, we were using Federation of Women Lawyers and some private legal firms. But now the state, Ministry of Justice, now have a psychosocial support unit and they are taking up cases. But at the same time, there's a lot of delay in getting justice, especially for rape victims. They are asked to come several times and or have to provide evidence that maybe the survivor or the family did not know they have to provide initially. They wash off, there's really no evidence. So these are challenges. They have to go to court several times and come back. And at the end of the day, some of the survivors get tired of going to court, especially when the rapists are granted bail and they're walking about in the community and they still boast. So you can imagine how the victims or survivors feel in such cases. So the challenge, prolonged time in responding to cases, in accessing justice is a big challenge. Some of the women tell me, oh, okay, this person that have come to report times, what gives me the impression that if I come and report or access your services, what gives me the impression that my cases will be solved easily? And they spend money each time going to court, going to the police station and all that. So these are the major challenges we have. We don't have enough resources to support survivors. We have just one shelter in the state where I work, only one shelter, and it's an outskirts of the town. So many times, even some of these survivors cannot go to that shelter. There are some survivors that maybe when they had to separate from their partner, some of them slept in uncompleted buildings. So, but we are already advocating to the government and we hope that we will get a positive response soon.
So are there no welfare schemes, ma'am, or programs by the government in place when such challenges are being faced by the women? So is the Ministry of Social Justice, are they not providing any welfare measures or schemes or programs?
you. They are providing, but it's not enough. It's not adequate. The services the Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Services is providing is not enough, because the ministry has a lot of other issues to face, and we don't get much support for our survivors.
Thank you, ma'am. And how is the funding? Like you are doing a lot of programs and initiatives. Uh, how do you look at the funding sources? And what kind of
Presently,
challenges?
yes, funding is a big challenge. Presently, we are funded by Global Affairs Canada through Action Aid Nigeria. Is a 5-year project, and it's ending this year. And that's why we keep on, we've increased our advocacy to the government so that most of these services can continue. It can be in the state budget. Secondly, we are also doing crowdfunding. We do crowdfunding to be able to support our survivors. Some people give us clothing, because some of our survivors need clothing. They give us used textbooks, notebooks, and some give us money. And there's another, we also have an household economic strengthening program whereby we form women into groups and we give them a token, and weekly they return this money and they pay with, they had a little, I don't know, let me say like 1% administrative charge on it. So it goes round all the women in the group, and once they finish returning it, they take it again. So it's like a revolving fund. So many of our survivors that are in the same cluster are already keen into this program. So we are not waiting for government for everything as well. And we also do a lot of capacity building for the survivors. Some of them, we teach them financing and running, how to run a business, budgeting, how they can be self-reliant, so that even with the little they have, how they can save, make savings from it, and how they can access products from people who can give it to them. They will sell, and when they sell, they return the money and keep the profit, so that trust is there. So these are some of the efforts we are making on our own. And at the same time, we are also looking for more funders. We are writing proposals to other organizations who will be able to assist us. Thank you.
Ma'am, what kind of employment or skill development you are taking up, ma'am, in your area, so that they can become self-reliant? Can you share a few insights on that?
Okay, I'm not sure if I get you. So what kind of skill development are we providing for the women?
Yes.
Hello?
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, sometimes we teach them branding. We teach them how to package their product. Some of them make cassava flour. We teach them, I mentioned it, that we teach them record keeping. We teach them how to save. And we teach them parenting styles. It depends on what the group of survivors need. There are some that there's a case of a particular survivor that her husband is the only one providing for the family. She has 7 children, and she feels the man is to do everything. But when she came, we enlightened her and know that if the man drops some amount of money, you as a woman should be able to add up, should have something small to augment it. So these are some of the things we teach them. We teach them digital skills too, because someone supported us during a research and gave mobile phones to 8 of our survivors. So there's one of them who sells kitchenwares, and she was trained on how to market her products on social media. Another person who is involved in photography, though she doesn't have a camera, again, her partner seized her camera. But with the mobile phone, she's using that to sharpen her skills again and trying to raise money to buy a camera so that she can start her photography business again. So it depends on what specifically is the need of the survivor. There are general sessions and there are individual sessions. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing wonderful insights about various activities and skill development programs. We have learned that you are doing wonderful work empowering women, and we wish you all the success and hope more support will come from across the world so that you can take up more initiatives. And dear participants, if you have any queries regarding the topic, kindly raise your hand, or you can unmute yourself, or you can put in chat box. We'll be happy to answer. Yeah, Mary ma'am.
Hi, ma'am. Actually, you've done a wonderful job. You're doing a wonderful job. It's no doubts for me. Only I learned a lot and I jotted down points. You're doing a wonderful job, and when he was answering sir's questions, also so much experience. We got to learn a lot from you. We expect more sessions from you in this forum. So anytime you should give your time for us to present in this forum, ma'am. I wish you all the success and God bless you and all the best in your life. Take care, ma'am.
Thank you very much, Mary. Thank you so much. Thank you for this opportunity as well. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you, ma'am. Any other participants, if you have any queries, feel free to share or discuss. Or if you have any comments or observations or feedback, feel free to share. Okay, I have one more query. How do you see the kind of education, social work education profession when compared to other countries? And you are recently elected as African for IFSW also. Congratulations for that. And what kind of initiatives you are looking forward to strengthen our social work fraternity? Would you like to share? You are muted, ma'am. Kindly unmute yourself.
Thank you very much. I would say social work education, if I compare Nigeria to other countries, I would say it's the way we practice is associated with, let me say, our culture, our values. Each country practices it according to their cultures and values in relation to social work ethics. But what I will say is that the bill for professionalization has not been passed in Nigeria. We're still struggling with that. We are advocating to the government so that they pass this bill. And when they pass this bill, there will be a board, a governing board for social workers in Nigeria, which would govern all aspects of social work, whether medical, community development, those working with the youths and even with the local government. So that's one of the challenges we have. But the school, the social work educators, they have a group, and I think recently there was they've had another meeting where they are trying to review the curriculum and to even compare with the international standards. One of the other things I know they do is that they do a lot of internships uh, at different levels of their studies. They do internship, go to orphanages or social services. Agencies provide social services where they have practical experience. Then to your second question on the what plan or what are we planning to do? Well, one of the things we've discussed is to have we want to revive sub-regional activities. Sub-regional activities, the regions are so large, and we want to do a lot of activities to get more member countries on board and to try to reactivate those that are not active. Then we also plan very soon, we are going to be having meetings. I'm speaking for my region. We're going to be having meetings with all countries, with presidents of countries in the region, to find out their needs, to find out the challenges, to find out what is happening, know the challenges, and together we profile solutions so that we can now check in line with IFSW work plan and guide and see how we can provide solutions to those challenges. We also plan to have a strategic plan. So we have a strategic plan. We can also look for more support specifically for different issues regarding each country. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, very much for your detailed information and insights about your country and about your organization and activities. And as a vice president of African region, and your insights and initiatives. And we wish you all the success, and hope you will soon, your country will approve the social workers bill, and hope you will be getting due recognition and appreciation from the government as well as the society. And we will pray for you, and whatever support we can do from our side, we will be very happy to support you in all the initiatives. And, we thank you once again for joining us and sharing your wonderful insights with us.
Thank you very much, sir. Yeah.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
And we see there are few appreciation messages, and everyone is appreciating your session discussion. And we thank you once again. Any participants, if you would like to ask any queries, share your observations, feel free. Otherwise, we will conclude the session. Anything else, ma'am, you would like to share before we conclude?
Yeah. Thank you. I just want to ask, thank you very much for having me on this program. I've never been to India before, but I watch a lot of your movies. I watch a lot of Indian movies, and that gives us an idea of what is happening in India too. And I would just like to ask if you can just share briefly on maybe gender-based violence in India. Do you have laws? Because there are some of your movies that we watch and like, wow, so this is happening here too.
As you know, ma'am, I mean, we have a lot of laws because, we are very rich in diversity. We have a lot of ethnic groups and cultures, traditions. So it is very difficult to implement one single law across the nation. You know, the laws are there, but
Wow.
still there are exemptions, because of cultural diversity. We need to be very sensitive to each cultures and traditions. So in that aspect, I mean, we are a little bit very, we can say, very considerate. Maybe that gives
Okay.
More what we can say freedom, a kind of freedom that is also sometimes abused or misused. So, but otherwise,
Okay.
it's a very peaceful country, uh, and we have very good laws in place. And as movies are fictitious, and always there is an exaggerated
Yeah.
thing. Otherwise, uh, we all are very happy people. And as you know, challenges are there everywhere in every nation, every state. So that is, I mean, they are being managed. Otherwise, it's a very fine, peaceful country. Thank you for asking.
Thank you very much. Like I said in Nigeria that we have that law, even though we have 36 states in Nigeria, and each state is supposed to look at the federal law and modify it to their own, according to their own values and standards. And so far, all the 36 states they don't have that law yet. I think we have about 26 states now that have that law. We still have some states that have not adopted it yet. But of course, a lot of women groups are advocating and lobbying the government at the state level to try and see reasons why they should adopt the law. But each state modifies it according to their own values and you know and culture. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for sharing, and we welcome you for your future sessions. Also, we will invite you from your region to share more insights whenever time permits. You can invite your member states, nations to. You are invited for this platform so that we can learn more from even other members
Each other.
also. So we look forward
Okay.
for more sessions from you and your member nation states so that we can learn more about
Thank you.
social work initiatives there. Thank you once again for joining us
Thank
on,
you very much.
on behalf of Sri Holistic Health Foundation India and Sri Research Institute Center for Art Sciences and Wellbeing, and also on behalf of all the participants and all the social workers fraternity in India. We wish you all the success. Thank you, ma'am, for joining us, and we will be sharing your certificate in WhatsApp in a day or two. Thank you once again. We wish you all the success.
Thank you and enjoy your conference.
Thank you, ma'am. Dear participants, kindly fill the feedback form. The link is being shared in the chat box. It is mandatory for receiving your certificate. Certificate will be issued within 15 working days, and the Google Drive link will be updated on the webinar website. So kindly find the feedback form link in the chat box and kindly fill up the feedback form. So we thank everyone for joining us for this wonderful session. And, do join regularly daily from 6 to 8, and on Sundays tomorrow we have a world tomorrow we have an international webinar and seminar on World Day Against Child Labor. So do join. We have lined up wonderful speakers where they can share, I mean, they will be sharing insights into various aspects of child development, health, environment, labor, and various aspects for the day. So kindly join us. Keep joining us daily from 6 to 8 on weekdays and 11 to 5 on Sundays. So if you have any queries, feel free to ask. And yeah, and as we have been, whenever there is a request for certificates, we have been regularly issuing the certificates. Now I will, as usual, we are demonstrating how you can visit the International Series website and you can download your certificates. So you can fill the feedback form, and those who have not registered but directly joined, you can also fill the registration form and you will be eligible for the certificate. You fill both the forms, registration form and also feedback form, and fill the forms, and the certificates will be updated within 15 working days on website. See, all the certificates are being updated. 15 working days is the maximum time we are informing, but as and when we are able to generate them after verification, we are doing it. Now I will also show you uh, where are your certificates and how you can download, and I will also show you how a certificate, I mean, from where you can download your certificates and how you can find the certificates. Many have been able to successfully download these certificates. I mean, few are there who are technologically backward or who are unable to understand the instructions. For them, they have been requests. So we are demonstrating. We have earlier also demonstrated on how to download certificates, and we are also now sharing. Once you have completed, if you all have completed filling the feedback form, then I'll be showing you how to download your certificates. Kindly fill up the feedback form. In next few minutes, so that we all can look at the website from where you can download your certificates. This is a website where all the information about webinars, workshops, seminars, conferences are being updated. There was a problem, as informed earlier to all the participants. There was some problem with the Facebook and Google sites, and we don't know. Maybe the Facebook is not allowing the Google sites link. Not only our site, but many sites. This, especially the maybe some issue with the Google and Facebook. I am not sure, but these Google sites links are not being allowed now. So there was a problem in sharing Google links directly on Facebook and other platforms, and all these Instagram all belong to the Meta, the Facebook group. So we were facing the issues in directly sharing the links, certificate link, exact links on the website. So to resolve this issue, what we have done is we have created another site, and we are sharing the links. So not all the data has been ported to the new website. So still we are using the old website address, but with the new website, you can always reach the International Webinar Series websites and other websites which we were using since inception. So now you can see here, you can type sricasw.org, and once you type it and open it, you can find this website. From here, you can see all these webinars are part of International Webinar Series. When you scroll down here, you can find the International Webinar Series on Holistic Health, Well-being and Sustainable Development. All these webinars are part of this International Webinar Series. So once you click on that, you will be taken to the dedicated website for this International Webinar Series. See, you can find the address here, and it is also available on all the flyers or the brochures that we are sharing. You can even directly type this link. But unfortunately, Facebook is not accepting any links from this domain, this sites.google.com. There is some issue with Facebook, I think. So it is not accepting any links. It is not allowing to post any links. So that is why we are unable to share those links directly. That's why you are not able to get these direct links. But anyway, this will be accessible on internet. There is no issue at all. So once you reach this website, you can directly reach this, or you can also reach from our main website. That is allowed. So when you scroll here on the left side, you can see there are links: home, weekday schedule, Sunday schedule, special day schedule, and e-certificates. See here, e-certificates. First, you need to understand the eligibility for participation. You need to register for the webinar. You need to attend all the sessions, and you need to fill individual feedback forms wherever applicable. Otherwise, there is an overall feedback form or only one feedback form for the entire webinar. You can fill the feedback form. When you are done with this all three, when you have met the eligibility criteria, then you will be getting your certificate. So where to find your certificate? Within 15 working days. We have mentioned everywhere. You can see on respective webinar page or website. So how to find your certificate? You need to find the date. First, suppose you are attending today's webinar. So today is weekday, right? Saturday. So you can see them in weekday schedule. See here, this was the first in the series. Earlier also we did, but those were not part of the series. But this was the first webinar in this series. You can see the flyer. See here, we have given the website address also. Every flyer has all the details. See where to register, registration link, and the Zoom ID link. It is same for all the webinars. You can join daily with the same link, even on Sunday, special days. There is also link that is provided, and we have mentioned the website address also. But unfortunately, this address is not being allowed. Not only this address, anything on this sites.google.com is not being allowed, or it is being blocked by Facebook. That's the problem. So the same message is being shared in WhatsApp, Facebook, and all the platforms. That's why we are unable to share. So we have removed this link in all the messages. But in flyer it is there, and on internet also it's accessible. And you can see this was earlier, and here just below the flyer you can find the e-certificate link. See here, you can see the link. Google Drive link is there. When you click on this link, the certificates will be visible. See all the webinars. You just click on any webinar. You just need to remember the date on which you have attended. So select the date here. You can see flyer. If you forget the date also, what you can do is take some time. It will not take even 30 seconds or one minute to download. If you know the procedure correctly, if you follow the instructions carefully. So now just go below the flyer. You can see there is a certificate link. All the certificates are there. In spite you have downloaded or not your certificates, if you are eligible, you can see your certificates and they will be there. Even if you lose your certificate also, even if you have misplaced also, you can always visit the website and you can download it again. They are available there. See, you just click on any, there is a flyer. Just you need to remember the date on which you have attended. And once you click, you can find your details. See, all the certificates, more than 80 webinars, we have issued all the certificates. And where is today, what is the date? It's 11th June, right? Actually, this list is becoming very lengthy. So what we have done, we will be shifting these links. From now onwards, we will be putting month-wise so that it will be easy. The navigation will be simpler. So in June, 11th June. So this is today's flyer. Just below that, within 15 working days, the link will be updated here. So you need to visit this website and just navigate. It's weekdays. So you need to navigate to June month and then today's date. Then you will find the flyer. All the details will be there. Even if you need for academic purpose or for your job or experience, that if you want to show, you can download your flyer also here. Just below that, you can download your certificate. This is today's certificate. Now the program is still going on. So within 15 working days, you can check. Even after 15 working days, if you can't find the link here, that is rarely that will happen due to various unavoidable reasons. You can always contact us. How to contact? See, daily events are happening. Not only this webinar, there are other webinars which are happening. So it is very difficult for us or you also for that matter. So we have provided a format. When you click on these certificates, just below this, see for webinar certificate inquiry, you provide your name, designation, organization, email address, contact number, and Zoom. See here, you can see participant's name sometimes is different from the actual name as you want on website. So you always provide, when you are giving or mentioning your Zoom profile name, mention it as it is being displayed in the participant. So I always request you, everyone, to set your profile name as you want in the certificates. Because what we have done is, as many have requested us, that due to various reasons, like due to mobile connectivity issues, or maybe data network has exhausted, data balance has exhausted, or mobile charging has switched off where they cannot connect to immediate power source. So they are missing, some are missing feedback. So what we have done is recently, on humanitarian grounds, we are considering, even if you are not filling the feedback form and even if you are attending also, what we are trying to do is, we are trying to pull out data, because anyway attendance is being automatically generated by, we will get the attendance only by these names, you know, how it is being displayed in the participant list, and we will get the time, total time, when you have joined, when you have left, and what is the total duration you have attended, and how many times you have joined and how many times you have left. And for each session, I mean, each joining and leaving, how much time you have that. All these details will be getting automatically. So we know how many times you have joined, how many times you have left, and how much duration you are there, and how much is the total duration you have attended. This is automatically provided by Zoom. So there is no manipulation here. So only thing is you set your profile name and you attend all the sessions and you fill the feedback and you register for each webinar. Whenever you receive message, you immediately register for it. And you save the link. Link is same. You can always visit with the same link on the appropriate day daily. That is same timings are same. You know the timings daily 6 to 8 and Sundays 11 to 5 based on the sessions. If there are less sessions, it will end quickly. If there are more sessions, it may be extended. Everything you know, I mean, link you know, permanent link, and website you know that is permanent only, and you know where to find your certificates, and you know how to join. Very simple. Don't make it complicated. Just register, attend all the sessions, fill the feedback form, and within 15 working days, visit the website, or after 15 working days, you visit the website and download your certificate. So this is very simple procedure. Now here we have provided all the details. You can contact us, but that rarely happens. Only as they are requesting, we have put it, but I don't think there is any need unless and until people do not know about this procedure and how to get updates. So it's very difficult to share in all the groups and everywhere. That takes a lot of time also because we are also working. So kindly join Telegram channel and also Facebook group. So initially some people said they are not on Telegram and they are having difficulty joining Telegram. So what we have done is most of them are on Facebook. So we have created a Facebook group also. So you can join there. You will also receive all the updates on Facebook. So kindly join both the groups, and whenever you are contacting us, please introduce yourself first. We don't know because many people will be contacting us, students will be contacting, and some other job seekers will be contacting, and some marketing people will be contacting. Without any introduction, if you ask webinar certificate, how we will be able to help you? See, so many webinars are happening on this series and other webinars are happening on other platforms. So it is very difficult for us to trace out and pull out. And every time when you ask for, we need to check in Zoom and we need to check in WebEx. We have other webinars that are happening in WebEx platform. So it's very difficult for us. So kindly follow this instruction, very simple instructions, simple procedure. And you can enjoy all the sessions and you can get all the certificates. All the links are provided, see everywhere. The links are there. So hope you got all the information. Still, if you have any queries, you can always contact us. So thank you everyone for joining us, and keep joining us, keep sharing because wonderful sessions and very senior professionals across the world are joining these sessions. Do not miss sessions. Certificate you can always get. There is nothing to worry because it's generated and it's there on the website. So no need to worry. Even if you have not downloaded now, even after months also you can download it. Don't worry about the certificate. Keep gaining knowledge, keep attending. Thank you everyone for joining us on behalf of Sri Holistic Health Foundation India, Sri Research Institute, Center for Art, Sciences and Wellbeing. And see you all tomorrow at 11 o'clock, tomorrow Sunday, 11 to 5. We have a session. So see you all tomorrow. Take care. Good night.